So what I'm really confused about is what the fuck can I do to get this ending? Because I don't think there's any more options left, you know? Maybe there is an option left. Last time I thought that there were options, so I'm probably just being stupid. Let me... I'll skip to when something interesting happens.
A few minutes later.
Wait, is this new? Oh, wait, this is new. Well, hold on. Wait. I literally did this last time. This is not happening. Wait, what is this? What is this? Okay. Yes, I should take this path. No, it looks very dangerous. I'll take the path. Fuck it. I should face with courage whatever I can find there. 2:57 a.m. Okay, that is... I don't remember that happening. I don't remember that happening. That's a little sus. I don't know how long I have been... Maybe it did happen. Maybe I'm just being stupid. I could probably just have forgotten. I don't know how long I have been running. But it seems sometimes since I last heard the voices of meows, much more to my relief. Stop placing my hands on my knees, feeling that I'm on the edge of... Okay, that is different. I remember trying to escape from the cat. We literally just escaped out of the forest. But there was like different dialogue. That's like... Okay, I think this is new. This has got to be new, right? I breathe through my mouth, trying to fill my lungs with as much air as I can, while my legs hurt as if they had been hammered mercilessly. But this pain does not bother me because I'm finally safe, at least temporarily. Yeah, this is new. I'm still lost in the dark forest and surrounded by this rotten air, but they don't feel nearly as bad as before. I look down at the ground while trying to catch my breath. Damn, how did I get out of here? I asked, confused and frustrated. I felt really anguished. I closed my eyes and let out a long sigh. I have to calm myself. Easily you can get out of this forest. I have a little rest and then continue walking. Yeah, I don't remember doing that. I given myself a moment. I needed it. I open my eyes and at that moment I see there's something below me. I almost step on it. Is it shit? Because of the darkness and my desperation, I had not noticed it before. Confused, I take a note of a small hand that comes out of the ground. It is a human hand, at least in form. With only a glimpse, I could tell that it was a toy made of metal. Without hesitation, I bend down and start to dig it out. Slowly, my hands move away the earth that hit a toy, only to discover that it was the figure of a knight. Oh, I mean, the blonde girl just call you your like shining knight or something, so it could be a reference to that. Maybe it's the blonde girl's toy when she was like a little girl. Possibly could be possible. It's dirty and very worn down. Must be a very old toy. I raised the toy to my eyes, examining it carefully. Lillian? I read aloud what the toy had written on its back. Must be the name of the person who would belong. Oh yeah, I was right, bro. I was right. I look at it carefully, trying to think who Lillian might be. Dumbass, I already know. But naturally, the effort was just a waste of time. In the time, I had no other alternative than to continue walking in the dark. My break is over. Without delay, I move my feet and start to walk. This time, there's no need to run. I don't know where I might end up, but I know that I don't want to be here. What is this place? I ask myself when I arrive at clearing in the forest. Only a few fucking minutes, Jesus Christ, since I found the toy have passed. There's something strange about this place, but not because it's dark and oppressive as the rest of the forest. It is actually the opposite. I somehow find it nostalgic, for lack of a better word. The atmosphere here is pure and kind, as if it were a sanctuary from the darkness. I shake my head confused, but I don't give it any more thought. It may be that I am too far away from that cat. That's why the curse is weaker here. At last I can see the night sky, and the full moon shines elegantly, surrounded by a blanket of darkness and stars. A beautiful image, but there is something strange about it. How weird was it? Wasn't there a half moon tonight? I said to myself as I look at the moon and try to remember a vague memory in my mind. Anyway, it's not important. The moon will not come to save me. Oh yeah, Oh, deja vu. I lowered my sight. It was then that I noticed there was a cabin in the clearing. Okay. Yeah, last time I did this, I exited out, but this time I'm going into the cabin. I mean, I already know this is different. Like, I saw a different dialogue, so this has got to be it. It was hidden under the shade of the trees nearby. That's why I didn't see it before, I think. The cabin looks old and worn down, even depressing, but if I'm lucky, there may be someone there, yeah. Fucking bitch ass. I'm sure that when the night ends, so will my concerns. Without wasting any more time, I decided to enter the cabin. I open the old door slowly, observing that no one is waiting for me on the other side. Apparently, it is empty. The atmosphere is quiet. It's a sad silence, as if the place had been forgotten by time. As soon as I put my feet into the cabin, curiosity takes control of me. Excuse me. An inexplicable desire to explore the place is born in me. After all, it seemed to be the most interesting thing I could do at that moment. Although I doubt it can beat the excitement of running for my life, thank God. It's either there's not much special. The first thing I notice is that it does not have many modern... Yep, we already read that. Already read that. In the living room, there's a fireplace with curiosity. I look inside of it, but there's only ash. No one had used it in a long time. At the table, I see that there were 3 empty plates. It was as if the family that lived here was getting ready to eat, except there was no food for them. I then decided to enter the rooms. The first one has a double bed. There's not much else there. I saw just a wardrobe and a chest of drawers made of wood, yet both were empty. If there were ever clothes in them, they must have had disappeared with the time. Then I go to the second room. In this, the bed is smaller. I guess one person used it. The first thing I notice is that there are toys on the floor. Figures of animals made of wood, also some marbles and ragdoll. Whoever lives here, or better said lived here, did not seem to have a great interest in order. However, I can imagine that it is very important after all this time. My first impression is that the room belonged to a girl. At first sight, the room appeared to have nothing special. I mean, I'm gonna assume this ending is gonna make me feel more bad for Lillian, because Lillian was a bitch. Like, no, she's like not that likable, you know, because she did only evil things, like bad things. But I think this backstory is trying to, you know, maybe put some sympathy or empathy towards Lillian, since, you know, it's easy to just hate her straight off the bat. At first sight, the room appeared to have nothing special, but after checking the place better, I found a notebook. I observed the note. Is it the death note? I observed the notebook with curiosity and opened it to the first page. Light Yagami has just been born. Everything is fuzzy, but from what little I managed to understand, it seemed to be a diary. Dairy? Dairy? Is that how you spell diary? No, that's dairy. Yeah, that's dairy. Yeah, misspelled. It's okay. All the pages are worn down and the writing is so blurred I couldn't understand almost anything. I go through every page until I find a fragment that was strangely preserved. Very sus. Today, I'm gonna do this. Okay, well, time to do the Mary voice.
Today, Dad returned home with a toy. It was a knight in silver armor, as in fairy tales. I couldn't even describe how happy I felt when I saw it. I immediately ran to him to give him a strong hug. This toy must have been expensive, but he said that the blacksmith owed him a favor.
When I finished reading, I realized it was talking about the same toy that I have in my hands. You must be Lillian, I said, speaking of the diary without waiting for an answer. Then my curiosity led me to check the other pages until I found a legible fragment. It was right at the end of the diary, many pages away from the day in which she had got this toy.
Mom woke me up suddenly in the middle of the night. She and Dad seem to be altered. It's not like when they fight, but without a doubt something is happening to them. Mom told me to pack only what is necessary and prepare to leave. There was no time to even talk about it. Why do we have to leave? It is very late and I'm sleepy. I want to stay in bed.
After the diary ends abruptly without having even scrawls on the other pages, it was abandoned at this house without even looking back. It sounds rather sad, but it seemed that they had an important reason to do so. Basically, their fucking daughter was going to get burned at the fucking stake. That's probably what was going to happen. It was then that I suddenly heard the sound of the footsteps inside the cabin. My heart freezes at the moment. I don't know why, but an incredible fear invades me. The room's door slowly begins to open, only to reveal the person behind it. Oh, so this... Okay, so this is... Okay, so... We're gonna try to... She's gonna say she's Lillian, and then we're gonna basically try to comfort her, and then she's not gonna be evil. She's gonna not want to seek revenge and all that, like, cliche kind of stuff, yeah? She's gonna be like a sweetheart now, not want to have revenge. There we go. Explained a confused girl dressed in black who looked more or less my age. She was an extraordinary beauty with golden hair and blue eyes. She was surprised to see me, but not more than I was. It is possible that there is another person caught in this cursed forest.
Why are you here?
That is a different reaction. Last time she was excited to see us, but this time she's not expecting us. Interesting. The girl asked me. Her blue eyes set their gaze on me. At first she does not seem angry, but later her expression becomes more aggressive. Interesting. That's very interesting, because before she was trying to seduce us, like she knew we were here, but now all of a sudden she fucking... That's very interesting.
What were you doing?
Oh, probably because we were reading her diary. She narrows her eyes as if trying to look inside of me. Sorry, I saw this cabin and felt the urge to explore the inside. I responded immediately. I didn't think it would bother anyone. The cabin seemed abandoned long ago. I'm so nervous I start to sweat. After saying that the room is surrounded by an awkward silence, the girl looks at me in silence for a few seconds before suddenly laughing.
I see, you must be the knight who I was calling before.
She said with a sweet smile. Oh, now she's gonna try to seduce me. Ha! Yeah, she got angry that we were reading her diary, but now she's gonna try to seduce us. I blinked surprised. You were the voice that I heard inside my mind. You were the voice you heard inside my mind? I should sound more confused when I say that. It's hard to believe what I just heard. I remember that the voice was calling me to the place, but the evil cat would not let me pass. The girl laughed softly before nodding a couple of times.
Yes, that was me.
While speaking, she looks me in the eye with tenderness. I feel something warm in my heart just from seeing the looks of her. I actually wanted
you to come to this place, but I don't know why you started to run in the opposite direction.
The girl looks a little sad after saying that, however she quickly recovers her smile.
That's why I went out looking for you. I would have never imagined that you would end up here.
Me neither. I was just walking without knowing where I was going, looking for the way out of the forest. I replied sincerely. Guess I'm lucky, but there's something in her voice that I don't like. Anyway, if it comes from a girl so sweet, I should be good. At that moment, I noticed that the girl never stopped staring at me. Her eyes contemplate with so much adoration that I feel both flattered and uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable when she was looking at me with her creepy fucking stare, dude. I think I stepped backwards before my anxiety, but she instantly takes a step forward.
Brave Knight, there's something I need to ask you.
The girl unexpectedly said, I don't know if that is the appropriate way of addressing me, but I cannot deny that I like it. What is it? I gulped shortly after asking. My heart beats fast. Then the girl goes one step further, and then another. She is now so close that I can smell her faint scent. It seems that she did not know the concept of personal space. Deja vu! Is that Ashley? Secretly. It was then that I suddenly heard something hit the ground. The surprise makes us both silent. At the moment I realized something that should be in my hand no longer was there. Unwittingly, I dropped the night toy. My anxiety made me clumsy. Oh. Now we're gonna actually seduce her this time, haha.
That?
Said the girl after a short silence. The look in her eyes had changed completely. She's astonished. Suddenly something had stolen her breath. The blue eyes are no longer concentrated on me, but look down at something that is on the floor.
Where did you find that?
The girl asked, astonished. I did not know how to react. I just suddenly bent down to pick up the toy. Then I offer it to her kindly. After hesitating for a moment, she almost snatches it from my hands. It seemed to be something very precious to her. I found it buried in the forest. I replied kindly as to see how she embraces it. With such tenderness that makes me smile. I guess that you must be Lillian. She nods.
Yes, my name is Lillian.
She then returns her gaze towards my face. Her eyes reflect a shy and pure kindness.
Thank you.
She said timidly, My name is Axel, and you don't have to thank me. Even if I couldn't escape it, it seems that I would have some company. If all goes well, we only have to wait until the sun rises. I give one more look at Lillian. The first thing that is noticeable at her is her great beauty. But after seeing more carefully, I notice that there is something more. Its presence is a little strange. She blinks after realizing I'm looking at her. Immediately, I avert my sight nervously, only to hear her laugh. You are the girl who lived in this house, is that right? I asked, steering myself for what she was going. Steering myself for what she was. I don't know what he was trying to say there, or what she was going to answer. How is it that you're still in this place? I gulp. Perhaps you were some kind of ghost or something like that? Leon looks at me in the eye with tenderness.
Do I look anything like a scary ghost?
Bet you literally called yourself a ghost previously, she said playfully. I immediately reply saying no with a shake of my head. You're
right, I lived in this cabin for a long time, with my family, but that is now a thing of the past.
Could you tell me about that? I asked by my curiosity without thinking that it might be something personal. It's obviously fucking personal, you dumbass. Lillian closed her eyes and thought about it for a moment.
I could, but only if you promised to help me before listening to it.
She said, looking at me later with puppy eyes, quietly begging for my approval. I cannot stop thinking that this girl is adorable. But Lillian does not convince me. Promise to help me? I said without much energy. Before promising that, I need to know what kind of help you want from me. My words are firm. I don't want to ask later for my. I don't want her to ask later for my soul or to drink my blood. That's 100% gonna happen. Like literally. Lillian makes a childish and annoyed face for a couple of seconds. I just want a bit of
your energy, Knight.
If a woman ever comes up to you and asks for that, please fucking run, dude. Like, if a woman ever comes up to you and asks you for your energy, just run, because that is a different implication.
If you give it to me, then I will respond to all your questions.
After saying that, she gives a tender look towards me. I do not understand what she means by energy. It's not like I'm a battery. That's a Matrix moment. But I do have many questions that I would like to ask. I doubt for a moment before signing with resignation. It seemed there's no other way out. Okay, but how will I do that? I asked, looking at her confused. Lillian smiles, unexpectedly full of joy.
It is very easy, you just need to kiss me, Knight.
She responded as if it wasn't anything special. Did I hear well? Kiss her? I lost my breath just from thinking about it. It seems like coming to this forest had been a good idea after all. I suddenly feel Lillian caressing my cheek with one hand. Which cheek, though? I turn to see her face only to discover that she's very close to me. Instantly I blush, but shortly after I notice something strange. Her body feels cold. I don't know how to explain it, but her presence is strangely faint. The texture of her skin is nice, but at the same time weak. Lillian I don't remember it being weak last time I touched her. I don't think so. Lillian smiles while she looks me in the eye with a mischievous face.
I still must reward you for giving me back my toy.
Sorry, I was thinking dirty thoughts when she said that. Oh god, I'm not even gonna describe what was in my head. She says gently while approaching her lips to mine, slowly savoring every moment. I couldn't do anything to stop her. Soon I felt her lips against mine. At that moment, I felt as if I had been possessed. My desires took control of my body, forcing me to kiss her passionately. As if we were lovers seeing each other after a very long time. I closed my eyes. I didn't need to see. Just feel the love from her lips. However, the sweetness soon dies from being replaced with a stabbing pain. You know, I have a theory. So since we got both those endings, my theory is that the reason why we got into this situation is because we got both those endings, you know? Because I think this just seemed like the last ending, but it is kind of sus that, like, last time I did the same option, I did not get this option, so That is kind of sus. Maybe I had to get like an ending or like a couple endings or some shit. I don't know. As if someone had stabbed needles of ice along my back. Without thinking, I break the kiss and move away from her. What did you do? Oh yeah, we already know what happens. I already asked, giving an astonished look at Lillian. What was happening to me? I feel cold, as if she had stolen half the heat from my body. I feel very heavy.
You don't need to fear, I just took a portion of your energy as we agreed.
Answered Lillian, looking at me with puppy eyes that begged me not to get angry with her.
Don't worry, you'll soon feel better.
She added shortly after. I became silent just from hearing her. I could not be angry with someone like her. Then I sighed, leaving my anger and concerns with my breath. Soon after that, I noticed that Lillian does nothing more than look at me tenderly, waiting for me to say something. It was then that I realized something. Suddenly, the presence of Lillian becomes heavier. I exclaimed with curiosity. Before she felt transparent, but now I see her with solid colors. As if before she was just a reflection and now she was real.
Did you notice my knight?
She asked, full of joy.
Thanks to you, I can now materialize myself completely.
Before my presence was partial dim, but now I have more powers
Before my presence was partial dim, and now I have more powers thanks to you.
Lillian explained, giving me a smile. Now I understand why she wanted my help. But after hearing that, one thing is clear to me. She's not human. With that, do you have everything you wanted? I asked, a little disgusted. I can't, you know, I find it interesting that she didn't try to kill me this time. Like, she has, like, some, like, empathy for me this time since we probably got her toy. I can't say that I'm happy after that kiss. I still have some difficulty standing. Lillian responds with a nod.
Yes, I will respond to your questions, kind knight.
Her words are honest, just like the sweet look into her eyes. Wow, her being honest, that's a fucking miracle. Well, it seems that I can trust her. Really. After looking at her for a moment, my lips finally move. What are you exactly, Lillian? Was my first question. No doubt it must sound strange, but there's something here that does not make sense. Are you really not a ghost, or perhaps you're a witch? Witch's house moment? That was my first Let's Play on this channel. I was learning. And I still am learning. This is like my fourth one, but hey. It's not the best, but hey. Lillian stares carefully at me before laughing, softly closing her eyes at a moment. And she looks directly into my eyes.
You got one of them right, my knight?
She pauses. I really
am a spirit, but before I was a witch who lived in this place.
A spirit? Oh god, do I have to do a weed test in Phasmophobia? Spirits are not a big deal in Phasmo, but they're annoying to, like, check if you're playing Nightmare. Because you either have to, like... If it is a spirit, the best way to check is if you get hunted. You have to get hunted and then place some, like, sages on the... You know what, this is not even a Phasmophobia video, why am I telling you guys? If you're curious, just ask in the comments, I'll let you know. I ask confused, how is that any different from a ghost? To me, it sounded like the same thing. But then I see Lillian shaking her head in denial. She then looks me straight in the eyes.
A ghost is a soul of someone who died and which, by some force, it remains in this world. A spirit, on the other hand, is a different entity. They have much powerful presence and do not necessarily come from a dead person.
Could you explain it simpler? Did I just simplerly? Is that a word? I asked, completely lost. I guess she knew how to differentiate them, but all of this was completely new for me. Lillian then laughed sweetly as if my confusion was adorable.
A ghost is someone who died but their soul stayed on this earth. A spirit is a supernatural entity that does not need to come from a living place. An example would be the fairies and spirits of the forest.
That was much clearer. I silently take a moment to connect the dots. I exclaimed thoughtful before looking back at her beautiful face. Her eyes patiently waited for me to say something. So you mean that you were a witch before, but somehow ended up becoming a spirit of this forest? I asked quizzically. That is not a word, I refuse to believe that is. After hearing me, Lillian nods and then gives me a smile. That's right.
That's right. I was a young witch who lived in the cabin with my parents. But unfortunately...
Lillian stops suddenly. For a moment, the expression on her face seems to be full of hatred. But one instant later, she's back to normal. It must have been an error of mine. But something happened after...
But as something happened after death, I ended up becoming a spirit.
Did you just contradict yourself? You literally just said you died, right? Added Lillian soon after giving me light to the situation. When she said that, the last word she gave me was a sweet small smile looking at me with pure innocence. I understand. Where the fuck is the cat lady? Is she watching from outside? I remembered, however, there was still something important I wanted to know. My eyes then set on Lillian. Why are you calling me? Why were you calling me before, Lillian? What were you calling me before, Lillian? I asked with a sharp look in my eyes, as if tried to see inside her soul. She gazes at me with tenderness.
Because I needed your help, kind knight, but also to protect you.
Hearing her say that surprises me. But she doesn't seem to be lying.
I think you've seen it, the evil cat that lives in this forest. She's an evil spirit.
The image of the cat flashes in my mind at that moment. She's right, it was because of that cat that I ended up in this place. Surely the cat is the one who created this rotten and sinister atmosphere. Before I was happy as a spirit of this forest, the joy that surrounded me gave me energy that fed me. But since that cat appeared, nobody has come. That's why I couldn't keep my material form and had to steal your energy. I see, it's all the fault of that cat. I said with a better idea of the situation. Finally, there's only one last thing I'm curious about. Lillian, do you know something about the disappearances of 5 men which took place in this forest? Look at that bitch. Look at that bitch. She's like, oh no, I didn't do it. Yeah, you totally did, bitch. Lillian seems surprised by the question, but she quickly regains her composure. With a fragile look in her eyes, she nods twice.
Yes, they are dead. The cat stole their vile energy, killing them. That's how she acquires more power.
So literally you. Wait, isn't that the same thing you did with me? I asked, confused. Lillian immediately shakes her hands while showing me the palms. In a shy gesture
that said I was wrong.
It's very different.
She didn't stop and ended up taking all life from them. I wouldn't kill such a knight like you, who voluntarily came to me to give me something so precious.
So yeah, explained Lillian. Basically, they have the same power but different intentions. That literally is you in the other endings, you fucking bitch. I understand. I started thinking about it for a moment with my sight down. I then returned my eyes to Lillian. I still have no doubt left. Why have all the disappearances occurred on Halloween?
Because it's the only night in which we can materialize.
Answered Lillian, quickly, speaking with perfect calmness, as if it were something ordinary. So, oh yeah, this game takes place on fucking Halloween. Like, there's no hint of that at all. I forgot about that, except the title. Fortunately, my look of confusion, yeah, because spirits come out in the Halloween. That's why we wear costumes to scare them off. Fortunately, my look of confusion seems enough to tell her that I didn't understand well what she meant.
During the night of Halloween, your magic becomes more powerful. All the other days, I am only an invisible being that cannot do more than observe this forest. But on the night of Halloween, I'm able to show my presence and I appear. You're trying to say
that during the other days, you don't have any powers? I asked curiously. That would explain well what was happening. I guess it would be the same case for that cat, only in this night. She can be dangerous. Lillian nods.
Yes, that's right, brave knight.
The look in her eyes is sincere. I see. Thank you very much. That was everything I wanted to know. I never thought I would say something like this on this night. But her answers have been of great help. Finally, I felt more confident and not as lost as before. Now, the only thing left was to wait for the sun to rise in this cabin. Fortunately, the atmosphere here seems more friendly and calm. Once the sun rises, I could escape without problems. I would have survived the wickedness of that cat. I wouldn't, I think, is what he said. I was lost in my thoughts when suddenly I noticed the look Lillian had upon me. Her eyes tell me she wants to ask me something else. Is something wrong, Lillian? I asked, not knowing what to expect. Lillian instantly responds with a nod.
Kind Knight, now that you know the truth, that there's a special mission in which I need your help. I want you to help me defeat the cat and break this curse.
Her words leave me at a what? Her words leave me at a loss for breath. There we go. Defeat her? What could I do against that cursed cat? I'm just a normal person. Without a doubt, I like to put an end to the curse, but I can't take impossible tasks. After hearing me, Lillian's eyes light up with hope. Danganronpa a moment. You don't have to fear, Knight. You're much stronger than you look. You have a large amount of magical energy sleeping within you. That is what the cat told me last time. Lillian pauses.
You will have my support.
Oh, sorry. Fucking headset just had an aneurysm. Lillian then gets closer to me. Having her so close makes me nervous. I hope she doesn't want more energy, although I wouldn't complain if she wants another kiss.
Do you really need my help?
Do you really need my help, Lillian? It sounded too dangerous. I would prefer not to be in a fight. She nods before looking at me with pleading eyes, slightly begging me for help. Yes, it's necessary. The cat
and I have very evenly matched powers. But your presence, Knight, that could give me the victory.
There's nothing but tenderness in her blue eyes. It's hard to say no to a look like that. My heart beats fast with anxiety. Honestly, I don't want to meddle between them. But if what she says is true, then that I can make a difference. And put an end to this curse once and for all. Then I have to do it. Okay, I will help you and kill the cat and end the curse. Oh god, my god, can we get out of here and just talk to fucking Ashley, dude? I said, full of determination. It's hard to believe the words that came out of my mouth, but there's times that we have to be strong. I'm gonna take a sip of water, dude. My throat's in pain. Oh, fuck. Okay. I cannot forget that she has killed innocents before. Lillian seems surprised to hear me say that. No! She suddenly said. Don't kill her! After saying that, she stays silent. She seems scared. I look at her without understanding what is wrong.
If you kill her, hell, she will literally be reincarnated as a much evil and more powerful being.
This is the first time that I've seen Lillian this worried. No doubt it's something serious. Wait, so if they both died in the last ending, that means they're reincarnated, right? Right? No doubt it's something serious.
Knight, please trust me. The best thing we can do is capture her. That is precisely the mission I had for you.
Capture her? I repeat, confused, staring into her eyes. I am definitely making this last ending its own separate part. This is very long. Lillian nods.
Yes, if you see that she tries to take her own life, you must stop her. Just hold her for a few seconds. That will be enough for me to imprison her.
Lillian explains, looking at me again with puppy eyes. And how am I supposed to do that? I'm not fully convinced of this plan. My reflexes are not better than a cat for sure.
I'll use my magic to strengthen your body. As soon as the combat starts, she will place all her attention on me. So, when you see that she's about to take her life, you must move as fast as you can and hold her, brave knight.
Lillian said, placing all of her trust in me. Okay, I understand. Eyes are full of determination. This was our plan of counterattack. With my help, this long curse would finally break. Very well. You can count on me, Lillian. After hearing me, Lillian is fulfilled with joy. You know, I can't get over how much bullshit I've been hearing from this blonde bimbo this whole time, dude. Like, I've literally, I think that's the point. If this ending comes after you do a certain amount of endings or some shit. She closes her eyes for a moment. When she opens them, she gives me a look filled with love, along with a radiant smile. For a second, I felt... Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Fuck. I am out of breath. Give me a sec. Oh. Okay. For a second, I felt as if we had been in love for a few years. Something beautiful but false. More than saying that I would help her, it seemed like I was making a bigger commitment, basically marriage, and therefore a more cherished one. As if I had promised that I would always be her ally. In any case, I was happy to see her so happy. She must have been alone for a long time. I feel like passing out. I hope to God this ending is soon. I'm really curious to see what happens, though. I could probably save it here and probably finish the other part on a different day and combine both videos in one day, but I'll keep going until I can't. However, suddenly her expression changes. From 1 second to the next, Lynn gives an expression of anguish. Something was bothering her.
The cat approaches. Soon she will be here.
Hearing her say that made my heart skip a beat. Anxiety grows in me. Apparently Lillian noted it, because she unexpectedly gave me a sweet smile.
Fear not, gentle knight.
She said tenderly before making a more serious face.
Quickly give me a kiss so I can strengthen your body.
A kit? I'm not even able to finish my sentence before Lillian, impatient, planted a new kiss on my lips. Soft, pleasant, delicious. Delicious? What the fuck? Kissing her is a wonderful feeling that makes my heart beat faster. This time I do not feel weaker, all the opposite. Her kiss filled me with energy and power. Lillian's kiss would be the best way to wake up every day. Better than coffee or a sudden cold shower. I'm not joking with myself. However, before we finished, oh yeah, we captured her in the ending where I went for Lillian. I think that's why I didn't see her in that ending, because we captured her or some shit, just wasn't paying attention. However, before we finished our kiss, suddenly something attacks it with such power that it destroys part of the cabin. Oh, she came in like a wrecking ball, opening a large hole that connects to the outside. I can't even begin to imagine what did that. It was like seeing a wrecking ball doing its job. The blow was sufficiently strong enough to push me away from Lillian. She seems as equally surprised as me. I immediately get up and look for the culprit. You really are an idiot. What are you doing? Said a girl with white hair and red eyes that I had never seen before. Yeah, I was about to say, we didn't see her like this before, so this is a shock to us. But somehow she appeared to know me. The way she looked at me makes me think that.
How impatient you are, Ashley. Don't you see I was having an intimate moment with my knight?
Responded Lillian with a mischievous smile on her face.
Or is it that you just...
Oh yeah, you already read that. The girl with the red eyes, Ashley sets her eye on Lillian, seeing her as an enemy.
I want you to let you leave this place. Never let you!
There is anger in her words, but there's also something strange. She doesn't sound evil, she seems rather to be on the defensive. Empath moment. Literal fucking empath. It's strange, but that is my impression. Lillian chuckles after hearing her, hiding her lips behind a hand with elegance. What time is it? Oh, I've been playing this game for like 4 hours, damn.
You're wrong, this will be the night of your defeat.
Ashley makes me snort, and Ashley snorts in anguish.
I didn't want to do this, but I think I have no choice.
Unexpectedly, just as she finished speaking, she jumps at me with an extraordinary speed. I'm more than impressed, however, I managed to dodge her, somehow jumping towards Lillian. When my feet touch the ground, I'm right next to her. Lillian smiles and a strong current of air pushes Ashley away from us. Whew, magic without a doubt.
You giant idiot!
Ashley shouted, falling with perfect balance, as one might expect of a cat. There was no further explanation. It had to be her. Otherwise, the attack and the fact they knew each other wouldn't make sense.
Do you know what you are doing? You're endangering everyone! You're wasting your time.
Leon said without even giving me time to think about it.
Whew, he already had chosen me to be my ally. Axel is my knight. Together we will defeat you, Ashley.
Without a doubt, that was what I had promised. But Lillian was acting different than from before. She was arrogant and seemed to enjoy it. The girl then hisses with anger, imitating an angry cat. She even shows me her teeth, and then her nails grow at the time. If you hear a sound, I'm just playing with my water bottle. You really are an idiot.
You really are an idiot!
Baka desio, she said, furious, with her red eyes gazing at me. Oh God, Jesus,
I'm the good one. That princess behind you is the one who killed them all.
Eh? I exclaimed, confused, before seeing how Ashley jumps to dodge a ball of energy, translucent as if it was made of hot air. Okay, we heard the song, so they're battling now. But with a power so great that it opens a hole in the ground. Where she was standing? It was Lillian who shot it from the tip of her fingers. I can feel a huge and unknown energy concentrate on her hand. However, what most surprises me is the expression on her face. A malicious smile draws on her lips. Was the smile? Oh, did I go back in time? What the fuck? Was she having fun? Why would fighting to break a curse be fun? I look at the face of Ashley to compare it, and it's just the opposite. Ashley appeared to be in agony, worried about what would happen while giving her all.
Why do you believe her? Believe all of her words?
Ashley shouted before dodging another ball of energy. The blast echoed in my ears.
I just wanted to scare them away. She's the other one who stole the energy of those men to consummate her revenge.
Once again, I am at a loss for breath. Now the seed of doubt is planted in my mind. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm even more confused than before. Something is wrong with the two. Both Ashley and Lillian do not appear to be what they say. At least I cannot believe in them.
Shut up!
Lillian yelled, furious at the same time that she fires a large bolt of lightning at her. The attack is so fast and powerful that she could not avoid it. Then Lillian turns to look at me.
My knight, do not fall for her lies. She's just trying to confuse you.
Lillian looks me in the eye with indestructible tenderness. The change in her emotion is so drastic that I don't know how I feel on the matter.
You believe me, don't you?
She ended with a kind and innocent smile. However, before being able to say anything, we are interrupted. A great wave of translucent energy hits Lillian, knocking down part of the cabin. The blast was tremendous, so much I am stunned, speechless. Again, it was like seeing a wrecking ball doing its job in unstoppable force.
Curse you, I'll make you pay.
Lillian cried, furious, cleaning up the blood on her lips. Despite the monster said she was almost completely clean.
You deserve it for flirting in the middle of a match.
That's an average Valorant match right there. Ashley scolded her, looking furious too. God. After saying that, Ashley and Lillian resumed their fierce and fantastical fight. Using powers that I could not even begin to understand, much less describe. Either way, one thing is certain. I don't want to be in this wrecked cabin. However, as soon as I move, I unexpectedly step on something. Eh? Confused, I look down only to find the toy knight. It must have fallen from Lillian's hands after the attack. When my eyes set on it, everything became silent. I watched fascinated as if it was the most interesting thing that existed. I can remember the incredible combat that takes place right in front of my eyes. That says a lot when a fucking toy fascinates you over a fucking, like, Dragon Ball Z level fight. The toy calls me. Something in it is calling me. Without even thinking, I pick it up from the ground. Very sus. It is at that time that I'm transported to another place. No, that's an error. I'm still in the same cabin as before. However, what has changed is the time. The cabin now looks clean and full of life, almost as if it were new. Oh, am I gonna see a fucking story of what's her name again? Lillian. There we go. I find myself extending both hands. Palms up. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater. Waiting to receive something. My eyes look up. Beholding the loving smile of an older man. Okay. With a beard but almost no hair. Without hesitation, he puts something in my hand. It's cold. And hard. That is what she said. It has a familiar shape. It is a toy knight. Having it in my hands fills me with great joy. It was something that I had desired so much but never hoped to have. It was too expensive, too unnecessary, but I still dreamed to see a knight in shining armor. As long ago it has been one of my whims. To see this futile dream fulfilled fills me with an unexplained happiness. Someone heard it. This unnecessary dream that even the owner had hopelessly abandoned. There was someone who picked it up, gave it life. What could I call something like that but love? Being able to hold it in my hands meant more to me than any other gift. Even if they had offered me a bag of gold in the place, it would not be the same. Without hesitation, the first thing I did was engrave my name on it, Lillian. This belongs to me. It is mine and mine alone. Huh. This better be the last ending of this game, by the way. I'm enjoying it, though. I'm enjoying it. The next second, I'm in a forest. My legs hurt and I'm out of breath. I'm terribly tired. Just want to rest a little, but suddenly my father takes my hand. Oh, wait. Oh, this is, Mary. No, fuck. Oh, God. Did I just call her Mary, dude? This is not fucking Eve, dude. Lillian. He is angry. Or rather, desperate. He forces me to continue running. Our escape was cut short.
However, soon the toy would fall to the ground stained with blood. It was a surprise attack only I would survive. Miraculously survived those wounds that should have been fatal. It was a meaningless miracle. The next day it wouldn't be more than ash.
I mean, obviously it was like, it was Lillian, like, in the story the whole time. Like, when the guy touched the knight, I don't know why I wasn't talking in a Lillian voice. When I return to the real world, I feel there is something on my face. While the frozen expression had touched it only to discover that they were tears. I look at my hands for a few seconds, completely lost in that image. I hear nothing. I see nothing, I just think. There's something twisted in all of this. The Lillian here is the same Lillian I saw before, but not completely. Definitely something is missing from her. She is just a piece. Suddenly I shake my head. There's something I need to see. Ashley and Lillian continue fighting using all kinds of extraordinary powers. Ashley shoots lightning bolts to Lillian, but she reflects them with an almost invisible shield. Okay, I didn't expect that. Lillian smiles just at the same time. She covers her body with a thick darkness which later takes the form of a huge snake. Okay. She kind of looks like Widowmaker. With their skin color right there. The Serpent of Darkness attacks Ashley, but she manages to dodge in thanks to her great reflexes.
Why are you doing this?
Ashley asks angry. At the same time, she fires a red lightning bolt. But it did not seem to be made of electricity, but of a different energy. The lightning hits the snake, dispersing some of the thick darkness. A long time has passed. The people who hurt you are already gone. There isn't even a memory of the crime committed here anymore. The only thing here is a village of innocent people. Ashley said just before Lillian attacked her again. This time she's not fast enough. The serpent tears her aside, causing a serious wound. However, in front of my eyes, I see it reduced to nothing in just a moment. Is it that you have forgotten the feeling of tears falling down your cheeks?
Is it that you have forgotten the feelings of tears falling down your cheeks? And blood escaping from your body until you lose all of your heat?
Lillian responded without hesitation. Her answers turned me into stone.
No matter how much I want to forget it, no matter how much time passes for me, it remains as vivid as when it happened. I cannot live otherwise if it is not like this. Every day it eats me from the inside. Probably Lillian had discarded the good girl act or had forgotten about me. Not wasting time, Ashley attacks, firing a red lightning bolt even bigger than the previous. She was giving everything in that fight. Lillian responds, throwing all the darkness that covers her to Ashley, revealing her human body. Darkness and light collide, causing an explosion. I can imagine wherever this country takes place, that probably would be on the news, that fucking explosion. For a moment, everything was covered by a white light accompanied by a deafening noise. I mean, this is probably I don't think the other world can see this part, to be fair, so yeah. I think you have to go into the kind of this dimension or whatnot. When my vision returns, I see that both Ashley and Lillian are seriously injured. The gasp for air while staring into the eyes of the others. I have no doubts Ashley was telling the truth. It was not the cat who killed those men, but Lillian because of her desire for revenge. Or rather, her inability to forget the pain of what they did to her. Lillian is an aggressor, but she's also a victim. She's also suffering. So this actually sounds like another game I played on my channel. Killer Love is very similar to that game. I don't know what to do, but I know I didn't want to stay here idly. I must intervene. It was then that unexpectedly in front of my eyes something happens that leaves me speechless. This is enough. I won't let you disturb me anymore. This will be the night I will defeat you. Lillian said at the time she gathers an incredible magic. Dozens of snakes of darkness resolve around her, floating in the air. She was preparing to cast an enormous spell. Try as you can, princess. I won't let you hurt anybody again.
Replied Ashley, doing the same thing. Only that in her case, the energy takes the form of a red and white light. An immense power surrounds each, revealing the nature of their interior. It was easy to know what they were planning. The intensity of the energy covering them at the time leaves me speechless. It is something I had never seen before, immeasurably indescribable, and above all that fascinating. Wait! I shout, desperately trying to stop them, but they can't hear me. In the world they are now, only the two of them exist. Before I knew it, my legs began to move with extraordinary speed, thanks to the spell of Lillian. I'm just imagining Dragon Ball Z sounds. I'm very sorry, but I can't scream right now. It's very late at night, and I am about to pass out. The two activate their spells at the same time. They yell with all their might and heart. A stream of red and white light advances unstoppable against another, and darkness moving in the opposite direction, as if they were two trains about to collide. Stop! I yell from bottom of my soul, possessed by the desire to stop them before they hurt themselves anymore. I don't know why, but something inside me pushes me to do so. The feeling I had was seeing the two great friends fighting to death. In any case, I don't have time to question what I do. It was already done. Before I knew it, I was already between the two. I opened my eyes wide with disbelief when I realized it. My eyes reflect the intense light that becomes brighter by the instant, until it hits me, making a monstrous roar. An explosion like nothing else I had ever seen before, with me in the center of it. Jesus Christ. That must be painful. At that moment, everything turned white. All sounds, all images, all smells and sensations are gone. I was left alone, embedded in an empty white. How do I describe what it feels like? What it feels like to leave this world? It was as I had been pushed into the sea, and I sank quickly, leaving behind the world from where I came. And guess what? Guess what? One of these bitches, both of these bitches, I don't know how many of these bitches are gonna kiss me and give me their energy, since they almost fucking killed me. I'm gonna watch. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Even if I stretch my hand, I cannot reach it. I just continue to sink until the image of the surface disappears. You know what? This is gonna be an ending where they're both gonna kiss me. Watch. They're both gonna kiss me. I'm positive. I'm positive they're both gonna fucking kiss me. And if it's not, or actually no, I think it's gonna be. You know what? I think it's gonna be like Lillian is gonna kiss me, because we didn't have much of a relationship with what's her name again? Fuck. Having a bit of a moment right now. Ashley. We don't remember anything about. We didn't have much of a moment with Ashley in this ending. So, yeah. And I think that she's gonna give. I think that she's gonna give me her energy, Lillian, and Ashley's gonna see it, and they're gonna become friends or some shit. I don't even know. The only difference is that here there is no darkness. Instead, it is white, an eternal white. I cannot speak. Moving is impossible, considering that I even have a body. The only thing I do is sink deeper with every passing second. While I do it, I can't help but feel sad, or rather nostalgic. I just entered this place and already feel as if I had spent years here. Yeah, literally 2-3 hours. Suddenly the white becomes something different. The eternal white changes to green. It turns into a forest. There's a cabin in the forest. In the cabin there are 3 people. My mom, my dad, and I. Well, my mom, my dad, and I think that's actually the correct grammar if I'm not mistaken. No, that is a mistake. I am not me, I am Lillian. I is Lillian. Lillian and Ashley, the real one. Not those two who were fighting before. Now I understand it. Now I understand I am not dead. Their powers did not exterminate me, but showed me a window to their inside. That sounds wrong as fuck. Lillian and Ashley are 2 names, but both belong to the same person? What? Whoa. Okay, I didn't actually expect that. That's actually a good plot twist. Holy shit. Okay, I didn't expect that. Fuck. The light in the dark. Oh yeah. She's having an internal battle within herself. The light of herself and the dark of herself are having an internal battle within herself. Wow, that's actually really good. Because her parents could not decide, they gave her a middle name. Now I understand it. Wow, that's amazing. Fuck. I actually like that. I didn't expect that, bro. I thought they were, oh man. When they called it the light and dark, I should have expected something by then. Like I knew there was something sus, but I didn't expect them to be like the same person. I thought it was just like 2 people, one dark, one light, fighting each other for the sake of the dark, for the sake of the light. I'm thinking too philosophically right now. Oh. God. You idiot, do not die! Suddenly I hear the voice of Ashley calling me. There's concern mixed with anger in her voice. Hearing it fills me with delight. My knight, resist! Then I hear the voice of Lillian. I can hear her just as concerned as Ashley. Despite being evil, she felt something for me. I guess it's impossible to have 100% evil spirit. Have a 100% evil spirit. I'm alive? I murdered with difficulty. I felt 10 times worse than waking up on the Monday at 6 a.m. in the morning to go to school That's saying a lot. It actually is Monday, and it literally is 5:25 a.m. right now, so not far off. So slowly I regain my senses and start to perceive the world again. Shapes and sounds become clearer. As soon as I say that, both girls sigh with relief.
How can you be so stupid?
Ashley roared furiously. Although I don't blame her in the least, on the account. So the fact that I did the same voice for both of them, I mean, hey, it's fitting. I guess it's fitting in the end of the day. I just couldn't. I've just gotten bad at doing voices compared to before, more than usual. Although I don't blame her in the least, on the contrary, I believe she is right. I do not.
Don't do something so dangerous. If possible, I would prefer not to kill you.
After saying that, she closes her eyes and crosses arms, making an arrogant gesture.
My knight.
Then whispered Lillian, looking at me with the puppy eyes. I am lucky. My sacrifice was able to stop them, at least for now. Here, I think this belongs to you. So that makes sense. Like the other half of this bitch, like the Ashley part, wants to defeat, like wants to like keep her other self in check, because like her inner demons, Lillian. She wants to keep them in check. And that's her whole purpose. Yeah. Here, I think this belongs to you. I said at the same time, I place a toy in the hands of Lillian. She looks at me more than surprised. She simply couldn't believe it. I had no words. I don't know how to say it, but I feel that this toy is what saved my life. It was no coincidence that I found it. It must have been waiting for someone who could finally break the curse without killing her.
That toy you have there is...
Ashley murmured as surprised as Lillian. Her cheeks were slightly red, making her look adorable. So are they gonna do like a Dragon Ball Z like fusion, and I'm gonna see them like turn into one person? I hope so. It seems that even she can be cute when she wants to. It also belongs to you, am I right? I said shortly before standing. I already feel a little better. Still tired, but not as bad as... So the reason she didn't want to kill... So the reason that Lillian didn't want to kill Ashley is because they're the same person. If one dies, the other lives, I'm guessing. I mean, the other dies is what I mean, yeah. Without thinking, I cleaned the dirt on my clothes with my hands. Suddenly, everything had become too quiet. Confused, I look at Ashley's face and then Lillian's. They are cold and more still than a statue.
How could you know?
The two cried in unison, destroying the short calm that was surrounding us. I was almost as loud as the explosion of before, but I almost fell to the ground from the impression. Then they stare at me, narrowing their eyes as if trying to see inside me. There was something slightly funny about seeing them acting like this. You know, I used to kind of like visualize like my own story in my head, and it kind of sounds similar to this actually, which is kind of a pure coincidence. Maybe one day I'll tell you what it is. I inhaled to fill my lungs with air and my heart with courage.
The toy told me I don't know how it could happen, but I'm sure that was it. Since I found it, I felt a mysterious force guiding me, and during that match it showed me scenes from your past. After saying that, I look at their faces. Both have the same thoughtful expression. I actually really like this idea, that this is basically the same individual that is trying to fight with itself. Like, that is basically all of us in life. I actually really like that. I've always kind of liked to visualize and write stories about that, about like something exactly like this. That's why I find it quite one hell of a coincidence that, you know, whoever wrote this, we have great minds think alike. This ending definitely caught me off guard. I actually really like this ending a lot. So you did a good job. Even though the game might not be the most polished, the story is pretty good. Anyway, has some difficult. They apparently had some difficulties believing it, but at the same time, they couldn't describe the possibilities so easily. Could it be that in all of these years, it was collecting magical energy? Ashley asked herself with her side down and one hand under her chin while thinking deeply.
That's the only explanation,
It was filled with magical energy and relieved its memories.
responded Lillian, thinking just as deep on the subject. After that, they both nodded at the same time. It was funny and adorable. However, I quickly erased a smile from my face. It wasn't going to stay like this. This is nothing more than a small truce. Next year we would be the same. I have to put an end to this curse. You two are the same person, am I right? So why do you have to fight? I asked, knowing what they would not take it well, but I couldn't avoid doing so. Instantly, both crossed their arms, making an angry face.
It's her fault this princess can't forget what happened and wants to take revenge on people. Even though hundreds of years have passed.
Ashley angrily responds. She had a good point, but now that I've seen the past of the two, I think I can understand why that is.
Don't lie, it's the fault of that cat! She's always wants to act like a saint, but she doesn't even understand how horrible I feel inside. Every day, every night, I can't simply stay here doing nothing.
Lillian added. Fortunately, she didn't have any intentions to fight for now. At that time, I was going to be burned alive with a stake. A white cat was watching nearby. Using the last of my power, I managed to transfer my soul to her. I thought that would be the end. But soon the desire for revenge grew in me, so much that it took the life of its own. My soul is fragmented. Ashley explained with complete seriousness. Lillian does not protest, that was the pure truth. I take a deep breath in preparation for what I have had to do.
Idiots!
Idiots! I unexpectedly said, seeing the angry faces from the two as a response. The one saying idiot is the idiot. Ashley instantly replied, however soon her anger disappears. She blushes embarrassed when I set my sight on her red eyes. I wait a couple of seconds before speaking. You are misinterpreting what you feel. You love your family, isn't that right? Isn't that because you love them that it hurts to have lost them? It's not saying that it's okay to seek revenge, that is cruel. But do not bury and ignore your pain. Don't call it evil, it's only human. It seems that my words had some effect. Ashley, after a few seconds, lowers the sight, looking troubled. After saying that, so this is basically the yin and yang, right? After saying that, I turn to look at Lillian. She blinks, her blue eyes are anxious as if they were impatient to know what I had to say to her. In my eyes, I think of the blonde bitch as the yin, and the cat bitch as the yang. So I perceive this. It's the same for you. It's not the demon. It's not a demon. There's a part of you that could be a good girl, Lillian. There's something good in you. I don't think that everything you told me was a lie, and that the joy in which I saw you hugging that toy was all an act. I pause while I remember those moments. I know it hurts, but the one who suffers the most from revenge is yourself, I added. There's no more to say. Lillian, Ashley lowers her head, questioning herself, looking sad and pensive. I can't help but think that having that toy in her hands helps to soothe her pain.
Yes, you're right. The truth is that I hate them. I hate those damn idiots for what they did to me.
I heard a lot.
We were innocent.
Ashley cried, furious, revealing her hidden feelings.
Yes, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt anybody. No matter how many
So basically, just reverse roles right there.
No matter how many I kill, I will never be able to turn back time to revive the dead.
Lillian confessed with sadness in her voice. After saying that, they look at each other's eyes for a couple of seconds before giving the other a gentle smile. You know, in reality, I think all of us are Ashley and Lillian. Let's be real. We're all kind of an Ashley and Lillian, just trying to fight each other like this. It was like seeing a couple of sisters forgiving themselves after years of anonymity. I was pleased, grateful, and could not ask for a better end. I just stare at them while they are looking into their eyes, feeling a great satisfaction. I met them just this evening, but somehow I bonded with them. Oh God, I'm surprised. Ashley extends her hands to Lillian with perfect elegance in the gesture, as if inviting her to have a dance. Lillian nods and accepts her hand. Oh my god, is it done? It was then that I suddenly see how they slowly began to disappear. Both are dispersed in the form of particles of light, as if small fireflies were escaping from their bodies with a beautiful but depressing green color. Whew, suddenly the two turned to gaze at me, giving me their last smile. I mean, to me, like, this ending and the last ending are just kind of like the same thing. It's just this ending you learn more about. And they... I mean, to me, it's the same thing. I just can't explain.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Stu. No, I can't call you stupid or an idiot anymore. It is a pity, but it was a pleasure to meet you, human.
Ashley said with the same arrogance as always, but this time she seemed to have more respect. I am more proud to hear that. Maybe if you hadn't attacked me in the beginning, we could have talked some more. I mean, we did that, and we got my first ending.
Yes, it is a bad habit I have.
Smile's a little ashamed knowing that my words are the truth.
Thanks for helping us find the peace that we needed. Goodbye, noble knight. I confess I enjoyed in kissing you. You were right when you said that not everything was a lie. I enjoyed the time we spent together, even if short.
I mean, both are like the same ending, but this is one is more of a reassurance to her own self, but the other one was more of like a destruction of her own self. But yeah.
I am glad I didn't kill you.
Lillian said, looking at me with a tenderness that breaks my heart despite what she said. Is there no way you could stay? I asked, being stubborn, but I didn't want things to end like this. We could start again a new life and become good friends. You really want to be friends with her, buddy? I know you want to do more.
I would like to, but my existence, the purpose of my life has already been fulfilled. Thanks to you for freeing me of these painful feelings I was carrying. Thank you for showing me that not everyone is evil and there are still good people like you. Thank you for trusting in me despite my corrupted soul.
Then this is goodbye.
Yes. It was fun to meet you,
said the two unexpected in unison. So, those were their last words before disappearing while holding hands. Without thinking, I ran towards them, even if I couldn't do anything. I wanted to touch them one last time. But the only thing my hands were able to reach are the particles of light that slip out between my fingers as if it was water. Then I see the light rise higher and higher until it disappears in the night sky. So, literally a spirit. I did it. I'm a hero. I'm the one who finally broke the curse. Now no one will be trapped by it. It ended too soon. I would like to see you again someday. I remember to the night sky, watching it with a longing for a couple of minutes, as if waiting for something to occur. But naturally there is no response. Now the only thing that stays with me is an unfulfilled desire. My desire to have a second chance with them. At least I know that at the end of their lives they could find some happiness. Oh, Lord, now I can only get out of the forest. I know that no one would believe my story if I tell it, but at least I have achieved what was our main goal. An unforgettable night. You know, this game is not that polished. The art is not the best. The background, see, I like the backgrounds though. The art is not the best. And the art looks cute. I like the art. It's cute art. Like, it's cute art, but not like professional art. And the translation is not that good. Like, it's good. Like, you can understand enough, but it's definitely bad. It's definitely bad. But despite like some of the non-polished aspects of the game, the story was actually good. Like the story itself, like the creator's story was actually really good, and I really liked the story of it. And I could actually, I empathize with it and sympathize. It's a good story. It's a good story. I just think that if he polished this a little more, it would, I think it would be even more better. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And to be fair, like, if this is in another language, I'm not going to hold him accountable to him, because probably in, like, his original language or her original language, like, the game probably has perfect grammar and what... Oh yeah, I forgot. But yeah. Probably in his language, like, it has perfect grammar and whatnot, but, like, the English translation, like, whoever translated it, you know, it's fair enough. I can't hold him against that aspect. Axel! Suddenly I feel someone shaking my shoulder impatiently while he calls my name. Immediately I open my eyes, discovering that it is Steven. "What are you doing sleeping? Class is about to start," he said, looking at me as if I was doing something weird. What the what? I don't answer him. I look at my surroundings, making sure where I was. Yes, it's true, I'm at school waiting for another boring day of class to start. My biggest struggle for this day was trying not to fall asleep. What? Sorry, it's just that last night I couldn't sleep. Well, I had a strange dream. A strange dream? Murmured Alfred, showing some interest. Yes, that's what it was, just a strange dream. I was about to explain it, but Steven interrupted me. It's not important we're awake now. What is important is what will happen today. In thought is, and what is that you consider so important? Well, according to my investigation, there's going to be a new female trap. Oh my god. Oh, I already know what's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna be fucking Lillian, Ashley like combination, dude, and they're gonna fall in love. According to my investigation, there's gonna be a new female transfer student today. As usual, he's more interested in girls than in my fantastic dreams. Now that I think about it, I don't remember hearing before that a student would be transferred. With curiosity, I hear what my classmates around me are talking about. You know what? This is her reincarnation. There we go. Problem solved. This is her reincarnation. That's what it is. The dream was real, and this is her reincarnation. The dream was real in the sense, like, it helped the spirit, but, like, you know what? I'm overthinking it. They're all talking about the same thing. Well, I guess I just wasn't paying attention. They say that this girl is gorgeous. Not even the word gorgeous enough to describe her. Steven added, it was easy to tell he was more than eager to meet her. You need to learn how to be more subtle. Attention, the teacher is coming! I forgot how to do a British accent all of a sudden. Alfred said, warning that it was time to return to our seats. Shortly after we see the teacher enter, a man of about 40 years old, bald with glasses, carrying a couple of thick books. After a cordial greeting, the teacher prepares to introduce this new student. Realize everyone that knows, today a new student will join our class. Remember, be nice to her. It's gonna be fucking Lillian Ashley. Lillian Ashley, is that her name? After saying that, we see the door opening. I feel that everyone in the room is impatient to see. The atmosphere of the place is loaded with cravings. However, when I last see her face, I get the biggest surprise in my life. You know, I did not expect... Oh my god, it's literally Lillian! Oh, it's late at night, I should probably not scream. Oh. Alright. Alright, yeah, it's like Lillian Ashley, that's hilarious, bro. Holy shit, dude. That is peak comedy. Okay, I mean, it's an obvious cliche, let's be real, it's an obvious cliche.
Greetings, my name is Lillian Ashley Guandian.
The fuck is that? How do I say that last name? It's pronounced
Guindian.
So ending with a friendly smile. She's unquestionably a girl of great beauty. Brother, you just dreamed of her. I must be the only one here who was surprised by something else. Lillian Ashley? I shout without thinking. I just don't believe it. Aureline gives me a strange look at that moment, as if I had something on my face. But I don't care, the surprise was too big to hide it. You know, if we're talking about it in a logical sense, it is possible this man heard this name before. But, like, he's implying that he's never heard this name before, so it's an even bigger shock, you know? Because when you dream of something, you don't hear a name and whatnot.
Hello, Axel, we get to see each other again.
She said, giving me a sweet smile. At the same time, she waves her hand, blushing slightly embarrassed. I cannot answer. I simply have no voice, my mind is blank. She's Lillian and Ashley, the real girl. She's not Lillian, she's not Ashley, she's both Lillian and Ashley. She looked just like that in the memories I had of her. That's her real appearance before her soul was fragmented. I thought I would never see her again. It was then that without thinking I checked the date on my phone. What I find causes me to lose my breath. Oh man, that is relatable as fuck, dude. That is relatable as fuck. I have had a dream like this before. Not like I have not like a dream in which I've, you know, met a person, but you know that's for another day. That's for another day. You guys will hear that story a different day. But damn, that story was fucking good, dude. Damn, I like that. It's simply not possible. Time moved back. I had the feeling that it was something more than a dream. For a second I doubted, but now I'm sure. The night was realized it is this day. This year I will be blessed with living Halloween twice. Lillian then blushed knowing that she was the center of attention of everyone there.
Well, I'm very shy to talk about me, but there's one thing I would like to say before sitting in my seat to begin the class. Something in honor of this special day.
The world then became silent, waiting for what that beautiful girl had to say. Lillian takes a moment to gather courage before looking at us by tilting her head gently and giving us her best smile. A radiant smile full of happiness. Trick or treat?
Trick or treat?
Oh man, you said the title! You said the title! I should not be screaming, fuck. Everybody's in deep sleep probably by now, and I feel bad. Huh. Damn. Damn, you know, say what you want, the game is not polished, but I love the story. I actually really like that story a lot. I really did. Huh. Well, I am fucking done. I'm about to pass out. It's been an honor, and you know, I hope you guys have a great night, morning. Well, for me, it's fucking morning, 5:46 a.m. And you know, see you guys later. It's been a pleasure. All right, now before I actually leave, I checked out to get the final achievement because I'm too lazy to figure out, and I just need to go to the credits and get it that way. I guess we can just yeah, there we go. Thanks for the attention. All right, well, I guess I could just talk a bit while the credits roll by. Alberto Herrera. Oh, Alberto Herrera, yeah, probably is from a Spanish-speaking country, actually, that this game came from. All right. Well, let's see what he has to say, then. Hello, people. How are you doing? Yes, I salute you this way because I hope some of you remember us and remember what was my contribution in the creation of this visual novel. Well, here there is the other project that started as an experiment. To be honest, it became more than what I expected. And I'm confident the story can still give more, but that will depend on how the public feels about it. And well, what can I tell you? We keep working and hope to bring you more stories. And well, I hope to be read by you again. See you later. Zeal Grey Words. Hello, everyone. Oh, so it's basically everybody's message who made this. Okay, fair enough. Hello, everyone. Well, before anything, I hope you enjoyed playing Trick and Treat. In this case, the original idea was STWS's? What? He also wrote the first concept for the... Oh, he's a person. He also wrote the first concept for the game. I only helped to flesh it out, adding details. The story at the beginning was very simple and had only one route, a fight between good and evil. But as the game was being developed, we discussed about adding a second round and giving the girls more background, resulting in the visual novel you read. All this was just a little idea for Halloween that kept growing and growing, and that's why it took us more time than expected. Quite a while, I would say. Honestly, I must say I feel quite pleased for working on Trick or Treat. This is the second visual novel we three do. Second. What's the first one? And I hope there are many more from us in the future. Once again, I hope you had enjoyed it and looked after for what we might release later. Have a nice day. STW. Alright, what is this? What do you have to say, STW? Hello, everyone. The initial concept of the visual, I started it on October 10th of 2014, and by October 15th, I had the main argument of the story ready. Then I proposed my friends Alberto and Zeal to help me with the project. They both did a great job. Alberto creating the graphics and Zeal being able to understand the notes I had and transform it into a story. Initially, we had planned to publish it on October 31st, but it turned out to be impossible. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, that is fair enough. I completely understand that. I mean, I'm not even making this video on October 31st. Yeah, I don't hold them accountable for that. That's completely understandable. After many months of work, we finally managed to finish this project. I must say that Trick or Treat does have a complete system of routing, and that's because initially I wanted something simple. But I feel that even with that small detail, it turned out better than expected. Don't forget to share our project. I hope that Trick or Treat had been to your liking. Until the next project. Winky face. Special thanks. Special thanks to Logan who helped us correct the previous translation. I will be honest with you. The translation needed work, but it was still a good story. Great game with a great story and ending. You definitely have to get the true ending. I was happy to help. Special things, but you know, there was a lot of, you know, translating games is harder than people think, though. Let's be real. Like, translating games, especially from your native language to like English per se, is like very hard. Like most people that do it are generally like professionals. Like you actually need like a degree or something to actually be able to do that. It is harder than it looks, I think. Special thanks to Valerie Witch, who translated the visual novel to the Russian language. Hello, I am the translator of this great story to the Russian language. I want to make a visual novel. Visual novels more popular in Russia, and maybe someday I'll make my own visual novel. Special thanks to Roxanne Dalba, who translated the visual novel to Italian. Special thanks to Suama Cruz, who translated the visual novels to the French language. Hello everyone, I am responsible for translating Trick or Treat into French for the benefit of the French-speaking community. I'm happy to be able to participate in this project as a translator. Thanks to Eternal Night Studios for your trust. See you soon. Special thanks to the Winged Pixie, who translated the visual novel to the Swedish language. Hi, I'm the one who done the Swedish translation for this game. Before anything, I have to say that this game blew me away. It is fantastic and deserves all the credit you can give it. I like to write stories myself, so I had a lot of fun translating this visual novel, and I hope you will enjoy it. You know, that's actually really sweet. I'm glad that they allowed the people who worked on it, like translations, art, and whatnot, to have their say in it. That's actually really sweet. I respect that. But now, I got all the achievements. But now, I am fucking off to sleep. Please have a great night, day, afternoon. It's been an honor, folks, and see you guys later. Thank you for watching this visual novel. I enjoyed it.